Create this stunning sales analysis with Python Pandas today. First of all, go to the link in the description to find this Kaggle dataset. Download it and open up your Jupyter Notebook environment. Here we'll import pandas and all the necessary libraries. Mainly we'll focus with pandas, but we'll also use matplotlib and Seaborn for visualization. Here you'll see the head of the data frame, the top few rows and all the columns. You can see it's got sales per country and then global sales as the total. We can investigate this further with df.info. I can see from that there are some non-null values and some null values. You can see here year and publisher contain quite a few. Now I'm going to leave these as I don't want to guess what year it is or look it up. I'm going to keep it nice and simple and check for duplicated values. You can see there are no rows which are exactly the same. If again all still within just pandas, we do a group by, and this enables us to see how many sales there were globally per each game name, so each game. You'll see here we're going through it all very quickly, but don't worry because all of this code will be linked in GitHub in the description below. Now the problem was that I wanted to do the max of each and order it from highest to lowest. Here I did the head just to look at the top 10. You'll see there that it is all in millions, and then we move on very quickly to another visualization. This one here uses a bar plot, again all in pandas, to see what we just showed, but as a visualization. All I did here was change the rotation of the X labels so it was slanted at 45 degrees. I just felt that was easier to read. Now I'm going to leave a comment here to explain my code. I wanted to see which year had the highest sales of games per country. This I tackled very easily, quite simply. All I did is look at the value in the df data frame of year in the columns, and I ran a count on that. You can see here at the top, this year 2009 has the most entries. It appears most often, and so suggesting this is the year in which most games came out. We can then break this down by genre. And here again, I do a value count and see action is the highest, most common genre in the dataset. Then I'll move to visualize this. Now in Seaborn, so moving a bit away from pandas, I'll run a count plot on the data frame and use X as the column of genre. Then I just change the figure size and you can see action here is indeed the highest. A little bit easier to see there. I'll go ahead and what I did there is I just ordered it very easily. You can see which is the highest, lowest, and where is around the middle. I wanted here to run something very interesting, slightly more complicated, a correlation matrix. Again, I'm just cutting straight to the results here. All the code is below. You can see everything with itself, of course, has a 1 or 100% relationship, strongly positively correlated, whereas the ones in blue are more weakly or negatively correlated. But what was the relative contribution of each country to the global sales? These are the columns, and there are a few different columns for each country. What I wanted to do here was create my own data frame, a subset with just the countries in it. You can see I do that here, again using pandas. Now that this is run, I can visualize this as a bar plot in Seaborn or SNS. I throw in this new sub data set of countries, and here we go, very simply. We can see NA, which I believe is North America, is the highest. What I didn't do earlier in my EDA, my exploratory data analysis, is do a .describe method. If we did this, you'll be able to see that indeed it is the highest, down here at the max. We can look at the min, standard deviation, and other things such as the count per column, which is interesting to see. One of the final things I do here, again, just jumping straight to the result, and you can see how I did it there, was a pandas plot of by year, a time series analysis. This is a line plot. Again, I made it a bit bigger to change the figure size. I made the marker, this dot here. But other than that, it's fairly simple. I just plotted it, added a title and some labels. Here, again, relatively simple. What I did here is look at the top publishers for total sales. We can see the top being Nintendo, which I'm not surprised about. Then we can take a look at all the analysis we've done here and see we really have looked into quite a lot of this data set. We've used a variety of visualization and subset techniques, so all the best and good luck.